offensively as the Hillsboro Hops are going to lead it by 3. Home stretch here for the road team, trying to pick up their first win ever against the Volcanoes. The Hillsboro Hops went 0-6 against the Volcanoes in the first half, including 0-3 here at Volcano Stadium to begin the season. So Austin Platt goes 4 in the third innings. He actually finished up the third inning, which was about a day and a half ago. Austin Platt, 6 hits, allowed 4 runs, only 2 of those earned, and 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. So again, Platt went the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, allowed a run in 3 of the 5 innings overall that he played in. And that'll give way here for Will Locante. And as a member of the media that did vote for the Northwest League All-Star game, Will Locante was my left-hander picked in there after a long, hard look at some others. But you know, if you're going to throw a guy in there, Will Locante, his numbers really speak for it. He's had a really, really good season for the Hops out of their bullpen.
1.62 ERA. His ERA was 0 until July. He actually made 6 appearances in June and had a 0.0 ERA. And that was through 7 complete innings. Didn't give up a run until July 2nd against the Eugene Emeralds. ERA currently sitting at 1.62. He hasn't given up a run since July 11th against Tri-Cities. He's made 3 appearances since then. He has been lights out in relief for the Hillsboro Hops.
This will be an overall his 14th game out of the bullpen. Lefty, and he hides the baseball tremendously well as he does in the first pitch here to Tyler Hollick. So this is a left-on-left matchup. Lefty brought out to face the opening batter here, Tyler Hollick, and then eventually Tyler Horan. He'll hit left-handed 5th in this order. Third base is in here for Tyler Hollick, trying to bunt. Inside fastball taken. 1-1 to count. Tyler Hollick has 2 singles, so back to form. He's also got a run scored and a run batted in at the top of this Volcanoes order. Again, 9-6 Hillsboro here, trying to hold on for their first win down here at Volcano Stadium. Fouled off the plate. 1-2 to count. Will Locante, 6'1", 190-pound left-hander. Not a guy that will shock you with the frame, but again, he's got excellent command of his fastball, the breaking pitches from that left-hand side. After the ball's hit very well, he's got really good stuff. He's 1-1 with a save, a sub-170 ERA. The pitch here to Hollick, just a bit outside. 2-2. 16.2 innings pitched, 10 hits, 3 earned runs, 21 strikeouts, and 11 walks as well. So in the month of July, he is 1-1 with a 2.79 ERA over 7 games out of the bullpen. Here's the 2-2 from Locante to Hollick. He leaned out of that one, and it's out of the mid here for Soto, but it's a strikeout to begin the 8th inning here for Locante. So 1 out here for Brandon Bednar. Locante began the season with the Diamondbacks Midwest League affiliate, the South Bend Silverhawks. But really struggled there, 0-1 with a 5.5 ERA. And he signed in August of 2011, and he went to Cumberland University in Lebanon, Tennessee. So this is actually just his 2nd pro year after signing with the Diamondbacks in 2011. So strikeout begins his outing with Brandon Bednar, second baseman, up next year. Bednar, another multi-hit effort for him. A couple of singles on the night, and drove in his 22nd run the 3rd inning. Scored a run on a stolen base and an air reach in the 4th inning. So Locante shares the same roots as the guy that'll be here at Volcano Stadium on Saturday. He was at one time at least, was Tennessee Rocky top there. Tennessee Volunteer is coming on Saturday. The ballpark will be Benjamin Coach Wade, a 3-time Survivor contestant of the CBS hit reality TV series. Taking a walk on 4 pitches, Brandon Bednar will reach first base, a rare walk here Brazil, and then a Heroes and Villains contest also in the South Pacific. Locante here to side, the 0-1 pitch, swing and miss, strike two. So losing the ball to dish here. I'm not sure what the commotion was there. Adrian Gonzalez waving everybody off. I guess there was contact at the plate, so it wasn't a wild pitch, so Bednar couldn't move up to second base.
And so what happened here is Elvin Soto going after it, assuming it's a live ball, so pushing Jeremy Tsai off, and Jeremy Tsai refusing to move there, and giving Elvin Soto a little bit of a push when he comes after that baseball. So yeah, a little bit of extracurricular activity here for Jeremy Tsai and Elvin Soto.
The 0-2 here to Jeremy Tsai. Now, time taken by the batter there. Very late call for Tsai. Maybe now trying to get Locante out of his rhythm. But you can be here to meet Benjamin Coach Wade, three-time Survivor contestant. Be here at the ballpark Saturday as we take on Tri-City. Gates open at 5:30 with a 6:35 first pitch. Here at Volcano Stadium, wild pitch to home. Now move Bednar to second base. So that is the Volcanoes' 7th run. They're down by 3 right now. But any run helps right now. The Volcanoes are working with 5 outs to try to come from behind here. The Volcanoes had their only comeback in what was almost the comeback of the year in the Northwest League. They were down 7-2 after these, after the 6th inning, 7-1 after the second frame. But Salo Kaiser came back 9 unanswered runs to win their only game in Tri-City by a score of 10-7, and they were down 7-5 entering the 9th inning, but a 5-run rack off of Eric Nedeljkovic for Tri-City. That's the only Volcanoes comeback the whole year, as they've been so good right out of the gates. Tonight, not the case, as Hillsborough took a 5-1 lead after 2.5 innings off of Joe Kurash. Here's the 1-2, can't put in the dirt. Locante not having his best stuff tonight, that's pretty clear. And it's also part of what the Volcanoes are doing at the plate. You can tell Jeremy Tsai is, with just his mannerisms and taking late time at the plate, there is no rhythm here for Locante. And usually when pitchers are in rhythm, they want to get the toe with the rubber, they want to go right to work and go 1, 2, 3. But this is a long start to this the bottom of the 8th inning. And Tsai's contributed to that. First base open here, a 2-2 count. Bednar swerving and waving his arms at second base. Everyone is contributing to this. So Bednar is almost on the dance floor at second base trying to distract Locante. No one's there to play second base. As the back 2 middle infielders here for Hillsborough are only back at the outfield cut of the grass. 2-2 pitch home, line foul, that was left. Good contact there by Tsai, but foul territory, 2-2. So due up after Tsai will be Ryan Reguera. We're at the middle of the Volcanoes order. Second hitter, Brandon Bednar, took a walk. Very rare mistake here for Locante. And it was wild pitched up to second base. Looking back at second, no one there to cover. And now Locante And he's got one looking strikeout. Of course, that was Braden Shipley. So now, Otto Vicente here is out to talk. Is he out to pull?
I didn't see any action in the bullpen.
I'm
not sure who it could be. The only one up in the bullpen right now is Austin Platt.
Yeah,
He's already thrown 4 1/3 tonight.
Oh, now they're getting...
Well, it's 26, not 16. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes a little more sense there. That's going to be Jimmy Sherfy up in the bullpen, but he hasn't warmed up yet, so Otto Vicente just out for a talk. So Jimmy Sherfy's now just starting to warm up, and he's just getting a little loose here. He's probably still a good 5-10 minutes away from being ready.
All right, so Torrey Northwest League scoreboard update here. So recap throughout the Northwest League, unless you got to go back here. But Sherfy is a Oregon Duck, 10th rounder out of the 2012 draft year for the Diamondbacks. Seen a lot of Ducks here coming up as the Volcanoes got Christian Jones today, a left-hander, the 18th round for the Giants. And the 1-0 pitcher to Regira, also tall in the zone. 2-0 to the Stanford product. Pac-12 well represented in the Northwest League. But you got Sherfy warming up. 2-0 pitch from Locante. There's a good pitch. Nice little breaking pitch. Top right corner of the zone. So no way you're going to make contact on that other than a guess. Regira takes strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs, and you've got Brandon Bednar at second base, who continues to have no play on for him. Outfield is medium depth. Center field, and that is Brian Billigan. Taylor Ratliff out with an injury. He is shaded a little bit